Hello, Darthvegan here, back with another new series. Season 4 of Kerbal Space Program version 1.8 was just released, and I went ahead and downloaded a couple of the more popular mods, KIS, Kerbal Inventory System, and KAS, Kerbal Attachment Systems. I've also downloaded the Planetary Base mod, so hopefully that will give us a little bit of different flavor in this season of KSP, but we are starting from scratch in version 1.8. There's a lot of new stuff with some new boosters and some new propellers, and then there's also some new terrains for some of the planets, apparently not Kerbin. The moon, Duna, Ike, Gilly, I think Eve has a new texture, so that's good. I have downloaded some of the visual enhancements mods that I was using previously, but one of them that makes the water look better had a conflict, and so I'm gonna have to wait for them to update that mod to version 1.8. Otherwise the entire screen looks black, and that does not look good. So without further ado, let's go into the mission control and get some missions here. Gather scientific data from Kerbin, we will do that, and we will launch our first vessel. We will do both of those things. And we're going to go into the vehicle assembly building, and we're going to build our first vessel, which will be very simplistic. And thank you, Werner. Let's see. I don't think we start with a coupler, do we? No. Okay. So let's go ahead and grab the onion, because it has a coupler built into it. And we're going to put one of those on there, and then we will put on a parachute. You can see there's a lot of new categories here that come with the mods I installed, so that will be good. This is going to be the DVS initial flight. So the initial flight is very simplistic. It's just going to go up, hopefully straight up. Let's go ahead and put some fins on this thing, see if we can make it go straight up, and then it'll come straight back down. So just like that, and let's launch it. I'm going to go ahead and get some science here off of the launch pad here. I've talked about it in just about every series, but you can get science from all the different sections of the KSP like it's a whole separate biome. But we're not going to focus on that too much. I believe we'll just get what's easy. I might do some of it off camera. I might do some of it on camera. I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and take those and come back in here, and hopefully we'll get at least one other experiment while we are in flight. And ready to launch in 3, 2, 1, launch. And off we go up into the wild blue yonder. Off we go into the sea. Should we go into the sea? Yeah, let's go towards the sea if we can't. Oh, I can't really control it. There's not much control here. Alright, let's go ahead and get Jeb to do a crew report. I guess I can't do an EVA. We will do a crew report right now. We're going to go ahead and detach that and launch our chutes. And we're going to drop back down to Kerbin. There's the moon in the distance there. And there goes our booster. Bonk. Everybody's safe. Alright, our first touchdown, and everyone made it just fine. Alright, we got a whopping 12.4 science from that. That's great. That will allow us to go into the research center here and get both of the basic rocketry and engineering 101, which will in turn allow us to get a little more science next go around. So let's go back into the mission control. We did both of our first missions. Let's escape the atmosphere will be next. And I don't really like doing these test ones. Sometimes they're hard to do. We're just gonna go for the good ones. Those test ones are kind of boring, I think. Let's take a look at our milestones. Yep, we got some good milestones there. You can take a look at those. And launched our first vessel. Got some science and some money for that. That's great. Let's go back into the vehicle assembly building. We're going to build our next vessel. And this vessel maybe will take us into orbit, perhaps. We'll see. We do have some new parts, but we can't really utilize them at this time until we can get some to store them in. Alright, so we're going to put on the different command pod here, and we're going to use a decoupler on that, and then we're going to put on, let's say, 4 of these. 2. Let's go 5. Let's go 5 of them. That might be too much. And then let's put on another coupler. And then let's take 5 more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How are we doing on parts? 15. Okay. Let's go 6. Let's put on another motor. We will definitely need fins on this. There, just like that. Alright. Now we're going to need some science to get some new science readings. Put one of those. We'll put 2 mystery goos on there. Alright, we still got a little bit of room, so let's add a couple more fuel tanks. Alright. Okay. Yeah. This is going to be the... We're going to name it the orbiter, because we're going to try to get into orbit with this thing. Okay, 1. 3297 is our current delta V. We're probably going to need a few more of these. 3650. Ooh. Ha. It's going to be close. 3755. What would be better to put that up here, perhaps? Take that off. There we go. 3803. Let's do one more. Switch it around just a little. 3835. Okay. Let's give that a try. Let's give 3835 a try. We might be able to get into orbit. It's a little iffy because the way the the way these fins are, they're just not that great. All right, so let's go ahead and launch the orbiter and see if we can get into our first orbit. All right, we are ready to launch in 3, 2, 1, launch. I'm going to go ahead and take 1 mystery goo observation now in the quote-unquote in the atmosphere. And we'll do a crew report in the atmosphere. No, we already got that. Okay, good. So I'm going to start angling out for a gravity turn whenever I can, but this thing is going to be super wobbly. And I gotta be really careful not to flip the rocket. That's gonna be the trick. It's not flipping the rocket, because this thing will try to flip on me. Look how wobbly it is already. I mean, my God, this thing is wobbly. But let's see if we can get up into an orbital alignment here. I'm not gonna worry about my 90 degrees too much. I mostly just want to get into orbit at all. It's gonna be the idea. If I can just at least get into an orbit at all. Alright, so we're going up 12,000, 14,000. Okay. This is where it's going to start getting hairy. This is where the real air pressure starts. Okay. Let's detach that. Start angling out if we can. Angle. Let's be a little more aggressive. I think we're through the toughest part of the atmosphere. There we go. And angle it on out. Come on. You can do it. Oh my. Oh my. How much we got left? 1,300. Alright. We're coming up into space. Then we'll do our science measurements. Hopefully we will have enough leftover speed to get to our apoapsis and get into orbit. Let's get on up to 70,000 meters. That will be in space. Wink. Now we are in space. We're going to go ahead and take our temperature measurements, our crew report, and our other mystery goo. That will give us some good science. Yep, in space near Kerbin. Great. I can't do an EVA yet, so that's unfortunate, but we're going to go ahead and get ready to do our burn to get us into orbit. Let's see what we got for our angle here. Not bad. This is not as shallow as I'd like, but it's not bad. We're going to go ahead and get ready to do our burn around the 0 mark. You can see the planet is not quite as pretty as it used to be in my previous version, because there's some of my visual mods have not been updated yet. I don't know if I'll mention that, but it definitely does not look as pretty. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and get ready to do our burn. Oh man, we are going to just have just enough if we can do it. I mean, it's going to be close. If we get into orbit, it'll be really close. If not, we might have to wait until the next launch to get us into orbit. Oh, come on. Get us into orbit. It's going to be so close. So close. I want to have enough to get out of orbit, though. Oh, not quite enough. Oh, so close. 13,000. Oh, Jeb, look what you almost got into orbit. You almost did it, my friend. You almost did it. We will go ahead and orbit the planet, but we are going to slow down before we achieve a full orbit, and we will end up landing. But I can say that no, I don't override it. I can say that we at least got really close with our first. We probably could have made it if we had been just a little more efficient in our launch. It was a little difficult to do because of all the wobbling, so didn't quite make it. But yeah, maybe next launch we'll be able to make it into orbit. We're gonna go ahead and swing back into the atmosphere. I think we should be able to survive this reentry no problem. This engine will absorb a lot of the heat, then we'll dump it and let the command module absorb the rest. And then, yeah, we're going to be heading back down to the surface. And why are the clouds black all of a sudden? I don't know what. That's kind of what I was looking at. I did reinstall the Eve mod, and it seemed to be working, but now suddenly the clouds are black. Black clouds over Kerbin. It's pollution. That's what it is. Okay, so we'll have to take a look at that, obviously. One of the mods, Scatterer, that I use all the time, makes the water look a lot better. It was causing a huge conflict, and all of the terrain was black, so I didn't like that much. But we'll see what we can do with the graphics and see if we can get them lined up so they don't have all this ugliness. Alright, we are coming in hot, but I think we're just fine. Eesh. Jiminy Christmas, it's hot. It is hot. Look at Jeb. Look at his face. You're an idiot, Jeb. You have no idea how much danger you're in right now. Look at that heat build up. Wow. It is hot in here. It is hot in here. Slow us down, Jeb. Slow us on down. Building up some heat. Building up some heat. Let's see if we can just dissipate some of the heat by circling around a little. Eesh. Gads. Oh yeah. We're slowing down at least. Finally. Slowing us down. It'd be a lot better if we had a heat shield, I tell you that right now. But we don't. No heat shield for Jeb. We just gotta deal with what we got. He can take it. He can take the heat. He's Jeb. He's tough. Come on, Jeb. Don't lose control now. Don't lose control now. Oh, we are coming in fast and shallow. That's not good. Fast and shallow. I want to dump this rocket so we can slow down a lot better, but I'm afraid the heat is going to be too high for his command module, so I want to wait till we slow down just a little bit more, and then we can dump that bottom part of the rocket there. Hopefully in time to slow down and survive. Yes, looks like it will work. That is great. We're going to go ahead and get ready to dump that rocket. There it goes. Bye-bye. See ya, sucker. And then we're going to land in the mountains, looks like. That might be good. We get some extra science. It is on the dark side of the planet. But that's okay. It's not too dark right now. Let's go ahead and pop our chutes. Let's get ready to... there is about 1,000 meters difference between sea level and actual... So we might need to tell the chute to pop a little bit earlier. Like maybe 2,000 here. There we go. Oh, it was fine. Okay, so we're going to drift on down, and then we will get back to the Space Center. Alright, Jeb has touched down in the Highlands, and we got a little bit of texture shaking there. I don't know if that's from the mod or from the new version or what. We're going to go out on EVA. We're going to take the data. We're going to go back in and do another crew report. There we go. I should have taken the data from that, actually. My bad. Let's take the data from the temperature. Take data. Oop. Let's go back in. Let's take another temperature reading in the Highlands, and then we're going to recover our vessel. So yeah, that's some crazy texture stuff going on there. Let's check into that. All right. Got 41 science from that. That's great. 41 science from that. All right. So let's go into our research and development. Let's see what we can get. We will need a heat shield and a press map barometer, so I'm going to take that. We will need some nose cones, some winglets, and some radial decouplers, which will give us the ability to utilize some of our boosters. So I'm going to take that for sure. And general rocketry, more boosters, and better fuel tanks, and another engine. Take that. And I think that's all we can unlock for now. So, let's go into our mission control and see what we got. Still have orbit for 1. Conduct, ferry 2 tourists. Okay. I don't think I can do that quite yet because I don't have the ability to take people. Test a heat shield. Okay, yeah. Yeah, none of that stuff I want to do. Okay, so looks like we are ready to do our next flight, but that's going to wait until next episode. I might be able to upgrade this for 225,000 after a couple more missions. Let's see, launch pad upgrade. I can get more weight for 50,000. I might ought to do that right away. Let's take a look and just see what our new vessel will look like. Parts wise, we can save some parts by using the larger fuel tank, and that will help us quite a bit. 2, 4, 6, 7. So let's put 3 of those on there. The swivel be good. Alright, and then what was the other engine that we got? The Reliant. It's a little bit better. Does it have gimbling though? Does not have gimbling. The swivel does have gimbling. So we kind of need that until we can get a reaction wheel on here. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can do 5 of those. Just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm gonna go ahead and put one more on there. 6. There we go. So how are we looking over here? Got plenty of parts left and plenty of everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop on 4 of these guys. A little more stability for the fins there. And got 7 parts left. We definitely want to put our press mat barometer on there, since we've got a new science methodology. Put that on there. Is that on the door? Just move that off the door, please. There we go. Alright, and then we're probably got 6 parts left. We 2 for these. And then we're gonna have to move those fins. If I put 2 there, and then put on 2 boosters, like so. Whoops, nope. Like so. There we go. Oh, our mass is too high. Darn. Mass is too high. Okay, let's take these off. Let's take a couple of those off. Like that. Mass is still a little high. We're definitely going to have to upgrade the launch pad in order to get what we need here. But I think this would definitely get us into orbit. Let's see. Let's launch those there. Launch that, launch that. Oh yeah, this would definitely be enough to get us into orbit. Let's go ahead and save it. I can't launch it because it's too heavy. Unable to launch. Let's go out and upgrade our launch pad. That should get us the ability to have a heavier rocket. There we go. Go back in here and make sure everything is all set. Who's gonna fly this baby? It's gonna be Jebediah. And do we need to go ahead and put a heat shield on here? We probably do. That'll make us a little more survivable. There we go. Alright, so I think we are ready. The heat shield, we probably don't need the entire blader. Let's just go down to about 100. I think that'll do it. Okay, I think we're ready for launch. I think we are ready for launch in the Mark II rocket. This should get us into Atmo, I believe. So, without further ado, let's launch. Or not into Atmo, into orbit rather. We were almost into orbit with the other, so I'm pretty confident this will get us what we need. Ready for launch. It is wobbly. In 3, 2, 1, launch. Oh boy, look at her go. Woo, she's a hot dog. She's a hot dog. Let's see if we can angle out very gently. Very gently, please. Angle out. Not too aggressive. Oh boy, look at that aerodynamics building up. It's hot. And it knows it. Okay. We're going. We're making it. We're making it. Look at that heat coming off of there. My God. It's amazing. Those things are gone. Let's go ahead and angle out. We're going fast. Maybe a little too fast. Oof. My God. Look at our height. Okay. Let's go ahead and angle out a little bit before we stop our ascent. And then we should have enough delta V to get us into orbit, I think. I couldn't hardly even control that thing. It was blasting so hard. Alright, I think we're going to be good there. We've got 200,000. Man, we are up into space for sure. Let's go ahead and, well, should I do another mystery goo? See if there's a little more science. A little bit more science. Okay. And we'll get one when we get into orbit, I hope. Oh my. We're not going to have quite enough. We're not going to have quite enough speed. Man, darn. Almost, but not quite. Almost, but not quite. I think we're going to be a little bit short. We might not be. Let's take a look at the map. Let's watch as we expand a little bit. I couldn't quite angle it out just like I needed to because we were going so fast, but hopefully Jeb didn't get stuck into orbit here. It's going to be close. Oh man, come on, come on. Oh yeah, we're going to make it. We made it. We are in our first orbit. Jeb's in orbit. First Kerbal in orbit. Alright. Let's observe the mystery goo in orbit. Yes. And press mat. Space near Kerbin. I guess we don't get actually different science just because we're in orbit. Because we're still in space near Kerbin. That's too bad. I can't do an EVA yet. Nope. Alright, so then let's go ahead and get ready to bring him back in. We're going to let him... we are going to let him circle the planet. And then we're going to try to bring him back in where he will land near the Space Center, I hope. So he's going to orbit the planet. He's doing a great job of doing that. And we're going to bring him in, hopefully to land close by. We've got 456 Delta V. I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to do here. I don't know where to time it. Maybe right here-ish. I don't know how much this 456 is going to get us. So we're going to go ahead and blast retrograde to slow down enough to get out of orbit. And hopefully land somewhere near the Space Center. Alright, let's go ahead and bring her into about right there. Oh, and we're out of fuel. Okay, there's the moon. Let's go ahead and swing around and get back into the atmosphere. And we're here. Jib, make sure to point your tail end at the incoming heat, buddy. Hopefully we're not coming in too steep. Oh, wow, you really overshot that. That's okay. Oh, gosh. We're coming in really steep. Okay, well, it's what it is. Slowed us down. Better go ahead and eject it, actually. I'll let the heat shield take it, because then I think we'll slow down a lot faster. A lot faster than if we have that heavy rocket on there. Well, we're not too far away. Further than I'd like, but not too far. There's a little island there. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Good job, Jeb. Good job, Jeb. And we are coming in for our landing. I will see you guys back at the Space Center. Alright, I'm taking the data out of all of the modules so that I can then go back in, do another crew report in the water, and do another temperature and press mat in the water as well. And that should give us a little extra science. Every little bit helps there here at the beginning. Okay, 34.8 science, and we achieved a level for Jeb, and we broke some more milestones. Got a lot of stuff. Okay, good. Achieved the goal. We got in the escaped the atmosphere. We orbited Kerbin, and there we go. Just like that, we should have some new missions now. Yes, explore the moon. Take that. And we might take a look at some of these tourist missions or something to get a little extra money. That way we can upgrade the vehicle assembly building, which will take about half of our money now. But I hope you enjoyed this first episode of Season 4. If you did, throw me some likes, leave me some comments, and as always, subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys next time. Bye. Kerbal's waiting by the window, vaguely looking down at their saw, and hoping possibly Jebediah will come home with some raw from Minmus or the moon. Maybe he'll come home soon. Was never what it once was, shouldn't really fly anymore. Either as if an answer with a sound like blowing up your ears. Ship crashes through Kerbal's atmosphere. Crowds gather as